Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are group 9 from class 6.
My name is Jamilah.
My name is Aulia Maghfirah,
And my name is Jamilah.
and we're gonna present our analysis in this Prose. The title is The Cat in the Rain.
Synopsis in the story Cat in the Rain begins with an American couple on vacation in Italy. The day it is raining and the American wife is looking out of the window. She sees a cat under a table that is trying to keep dry. She tells her husband that she is going to get it. He tells her not to get wet. When she goes outside, hotel keeper sends a man after her with an umbrella. She does not find the cat. She goes back after feeling sad, and she tells that she still wants a cat. Just then, someone knocks at the door. It is the maid. She has brought up a cat at the request of the hotel keeper.
The theme of this story is the marriage problems and the different levels between couples, like selfishness from George and the desire for freedom and helplessness to save oneself. Their problems is to lead to internal problems.
The plot of the story is very simple plot. The story it resolves around the lack of communication between George, the husband, and his wife, who is never named. Neither one of the couple ever communicates his or her true desire, and the woman seems to be dominate with her husband. And the settings placed on the story is in Italy. Point of view in this story, author use the third person.
In these stories, they have four characters in it. First is the American wife, George the husband, the hotel keeper, and the maid. The American wife characters here is the protagonist, and strangely, her name is never been mentioned. Neither the narrator, nor the hotel staff, nor even her own husband. She appears to have a feeling of loneliness and she longs for children. The second character is George, the husband. His character is the most realistic and the most inactive figure in the story. He represents everything the wife wants to escape. The last character is the hotel keeper and the maid. Their characters is simply the same. They are very kind and take the service very seriously, no matter what their thoughts are.
Conflict external between the American wife and her husband. The wife is looking for attention for her husband. Internal, wherein the American woman, she feels confined and restricted. She wants freedom, choice, and independence.
Irony situational. So in here, the cat they finally find for her is not the one that she went out looking for.
The tone of this story is joy and unhappiness that they are seriously avoiding but trapped as they are in their room on this rainy day, as each other's only company and as the only Americans at the hotel, and their darkness becomes pretty concentrated.
Symbols: the cat as American wife or baby. Necklace as symbol is the one of new life. Rain, unfortunate family life. The description of the environment and their relationship.
The writing of the story is very well, and style of the story is easy to understand and effortlessly and very interesting, because the story is not talk about the cat in the rain, but actually it's talk about a woman who wants something to keep her company, a lonely woman, and then seeks for affection, love, and chance. And this story teaches us about the kindness can be found in the most unexpected place.
In my opinion, the story takes something profoundly simple. A woman wanting a cat and turns it into a commentary on the marriage between these two people, whether they're going to be happy. What I highlighted from the story is why the American wife looking for a cat is because she's bored and the husband didn't do anything, and that's make him the bad guy. Because the way he acts, he doesn't give much of a darn about whether the wife is happy. Even when the husband is offered to help, he didn't actually make any effort to do so. He just said, I'll do it, but he doesn't make any move and doesn't give his wife freedom to recognize
happiness in her own life. That's why the wife is so displeased and looking for a cat. It was pretty interesting and a good short story that made me think a lot because the sheer amount of symbolism just started my brain way too much. 2 pages long but with such a strong meaning inside.
The language of the story is very simple and vivid. The story conveys the lost identity of being a woman by not having a clear biology and accepting the reality as it is. George's reaction towards his wife, wonder about her short hair, the truth of not having the main role of being a woman, which is for most of them is being a mother. She is not a mother, he does not force her to be one of the parents, so he just wants to be in his comfort zone and trope of pleasing her by traveling with her. The husband doesn't care about being perfect, so he feels secure with her and he feels the same. Choose. She went back to him again.
So that's our presentation video of analysis English prose from Group 9.
So thanks for watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.